In the silent blue of the ocean, hiding in cracks and coral crevices, lives one of nature's most outrageous masterpieces. It's not a shark. It's not a squid. It's a rainbow-colored wrecking machine that punches faster than a bullet and sees the world in ways we literally can't imagine. Meet the mantis shrimp, the most violent, most bizarre, and possibly the most overpowered creature on Earth. Let's start with that punch. The mantis shrimp's club-like appendage isn't just strong, it's absurd. It strikes with the acceleration of a .22 caliber bullet. That's 50 mph, underwater. That might not sound like much, until you remember that water is 800 times denser than air. Punching that fast underwater is like trying to sprint through concrete. And yet, the mantis shrimp doesn't just do it, it thrives on it. Its punch generates forces over 1,500 newtons, enough to crack open crab shells like they're soda cans. The strike is so violent it causes cavitation bubbles, microscopic pockets of steam that collapse with a shockwave and flash of heat. That means when it misses its target, physics lands the second punch. And if that wasn't wild enough, the punch creates sonoluminescence, flashes of light caused by the collapse of those bubbles. So yes, this creature is literally punching so hard, it briefly creates light, with a fist. This is a creature whose existence borders on science fiction. But the arms race doesn't end with brute force. Let's talk about vision, because the mantis shrimp doesn't just see better than we do, it sees more. While humans have 3 types of color receptors, red, green, and blue, the mantis shrimp has up to 16. It can detect ultraviolet, infrared, and polarized light, spectrums completely invisible to us. This makes human vision look like grayscale in comparison. Its eyes are compound, made up of thousands of tiny facets. But what really sets them apart? They have trinocular vision in each eye, meaning each eye can gauge depth on its own by taking in 3 different angles. They don't just see the world, they scan it. And they do it constantly. Their eyes move in figure-8 patterns, independently rotating in all directions. It's like they're operating 2 high-tech radar towers 24/7. Some researchers even believe they might be able to detect cancer cells using polarized light, long before we can. A biological superpower scientists are still trying to understand. And here's the plot twist. Despite all those receptors, mantis shrimp might not even see a wide range of colors the way we do. Instead, they may use their receptors more like tactical sensors, optimized for rapid scanning rather than pretty sunsets. It's not about seeing more colors. It's about analyzing information faster. A language of light, motion, and contrast, invisible to us but as obvious to them as black and white. Now, the mantis shrimp comes in 2 models. The smasher with its sledgehammer limbs, and the spearer, a long-range killer with barbed appendages like biological harpoons. Spearers lurk in the sand, striking with sniper precision. Smashers crack open snails, crabs, and even clams. Both are absolute nightmares if you're made of shell. But despite their raw aggression, mantis shrimp are highly intelligent. They've shown signs of complex learning, memory, and even individual recognition. They can recognize other shrimp by scent, by sight, and, get this, by ritual combat. When 2 males face off, they don't instantly go for the kill. First they display. They posture, flare their appendages, and assess one another. It's the crustacean equivalent of 2 MMA fighters reading each other in the octagon. What? Because one wrong punch could end in death. So even in this hyper-violent world, strategy matters. And when it comes to home life, these creatures are surprisingly wholesome. Many mantis shrimp species form lifelong monogamous bonds. They mate, burrow together, and raise their young as a team. Some species even share parenting duties, with the male guarding the burrow while the female tends to the eggs. You'd expect aggression. You get domestic bliss from an animal that can shatter aquarium glass. Try finding that level of commitment on Tinder. They also communicate using complex body movements and light signals. Some mantis shrimp species can actually reflect polarized light off their bodies to signal aggression or readiness to mate. It's like walking around with your emotions printed in UV ink. Only others with supervision can read them. In fact, researchers studying polarized light communication in mantis shrimp have started applying the principles to encryption technology, covert signaling, and biomimetic design in robotics. From claws to cameras, this shrimp's biology is inspiring the future of science. And their cultural reputation is just as fascinating. In Japan, they're called shako and served as a delicacy in sushi, but always handled with care. In the Philippines, they're known as tatample, and fishermen are taught from a young age to respect the punch. One bite too close to a mantis shrimp's den, and your finger might come out looking different. In captivity, they've shattered aquarium glass, cracked open hermit crab shells, and even escape tanks by remembering feeding schedules and launching coordinated attacks on lids. You don't own a mantis shrimp. You house them at your own risk. And the scientific community? Obsessed. Engineers are studying the structure of the mantis shrimp's club, made of a material called Bulligan structure, to design impact-resistant materials from military armor to better helmets. The club absorbs shock like no synthetic substance we've created so far. Nature got there first, again. And that's the real kicker. We've mapped genomes, landed rovers on Mars. But this bizarre, brilliant crustacean, barely longer than your finger, is still ahead of us in areas like vision, mechanics, and material science. We've known about the mantis shrimp for decades, and we're still uncovering its secrets. Its visual system could lead to cancer detection breakthroughs. Its armor could reshape protective gear for humans. Its neural patterns could help improve artificial intelligence for decision-making in chaotic environments. It's a creature that sees what we can't, punches through what we build, and lives in places we barely bother to look. So the next time someone mentions the ocean's deadliest predators, sharks, octopuses, or orcas, remember this. Some of the most dangerous, most advanced, and most alien creatures on the planet aren't big. They're not famous. They're not even particularly respected. They're hiding in cracks, watching, waiting, and when they strike, the ocean goes silent, except for the sound of your skull echoing like a split coconut.